Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 premium SPG that we know and love as PP La Pew Pew. You might know it's a leFH or a leaf blower. It's located on the west spawn of Outpost, and this one is under the command of Mr. B. Yes, I know it says his name is different in the titles. Yes, I'm afraid that's because we can't mention his name without YouTube demonetizing the video straight away. So we have to be very careful how we announce this guy on the video. So we just call him Mr. B, which is much, much better. And he knows that. He knows his name. I don't know how Wargaming managed to approve his name, but that's what he's done. Okay, he's picked an unusual spot to aim for straight away because I'm not sure any enemy tank would actually come up and poke out and look out that hole. But there is a spot where he can pre-aim just a little way over, just on the other side of the houses, and there's bound to be somebody there. Maybe he's looking for the enemy Arty to make a fire. Okay, well, we've spotted some enemy in the north area of the map. Tier 6 game with Tier 4 tanks in it. So it should be a bit fun. Oh, BT7 managed to do a quick circuit. He fired a snap in just expecting he was going to go down the road, but he didn't. He diverted. And that's where I would have pre-aimed straight at the start of the battle, because nearly always somebody tries to come up and steal the castle. And it kind of stops them if they get hit by a 105mm light round. That BT7 has pulled back now, but we've got a T-3485M, which is a Tier 6. That shell wasn't fully dialed in, but the next one probably will be. He's got a very fast reload. Mr. B, 7.01 seconds. The standard reload, 8.92. So you can see he's knocked 2 seconds off his reload time. And that's pretty fast, actually, 7.01. Trying to get the BT7. You'd need to lead it a little bit more than usual because those things do move very quickly indeed. Well, it looks like our Jagdpanzer IV is going to take out the BT7, probably with just one shot. But in the meantime, we do have enemy tanks that we can take out over here. And the Stug 3 Aslains B is sitting there between those houses, and he's very vulnerable. Okay, KV-1 we can't get at, the tower's in the way. And in fact, that tower is a real problem. And Mr. B's decided he has to change position because he can't fire through that tower. He doesn't have to move very far to be able to shoot into the castle grounds. The enemy has occupied that, but we do have a Panzer IV in there. Now that's the premium German medium tank with the body of a Panther and the gun of a Panzer IV, which is of course Panzer IV, Mark IV. Okay, he's hunting around for a target at the moment. There is a target in the castle grounds, but we're going for the VK3001H. Lining up the shots, that's good. Rounds out. Just a fraction of a second too late there, but he'll give another chance. Fires another one in. Just misses him, but he got tracked. So he's now vulnerable while he's fixing his tracks. Rounds out. Much better. Much better shot. 170 and the VK goes down, so I think he got damage assist there. Or might have. No, it's not showing any damage assist, but he got taken out with the next shot, and I thought that he'd actually tracked the guy, but no, nothing showing. Okay, T-3485, the standard tech tree version, and it looks like whichever enemy tank actually made his way into the castle grounds didn't survive very long because the Panzer IV managed to kill him. Rounds out. He's firing blind, but he knows there has to be somebody nearby because our Chi-He found whoever was there. Now the IV is about to come around the corner. Oh, we're going to miss out on where that T-3485 is, but we fire at the Panzer IV Aslains H way over on the east side of the map. Having another quick look to see if that T-34 has been spotted, and we can't see him. The Chi-He really needs to spot for us, and that's where I normally get on the message and say spot, because I need somebody to tell me where the enemy is. so I can shoot at them. That's a snap. That's probably not going to hit, but it will be close. Some people like to fire a spot shot, just to see a snapshot rather, not a spot shot, just on the off chance that it does hit the target, but invariably it normally doesn't. Okay, well that T-34 has managed to move on, and our cheeky looks like he got wiped out. Now there are Arty on the enemy team in this game, an SU-8 and a Gorilla. And we're moving forward whilst we're in the aim mode at the moment. Having a quick look around. There's that T-34. It's almost like he wants to get up behind that T-34-85 and shoot him in the rear. Not advisable with an 85mm gun because he can do 180 alpha. But we are one tank up on the enemy at the moment. We can see where the enemy Arty is. In fact, it appears that one of them is actually just to the south. Or just to the east, I should say. Now, the enemy T-34-85 got wiped out in the end by the Panzer from Vier. Now, can we get a shot at the Arty that's in the south? I want to say, actually, it's the east, not the south. Okay, well, we know that there are 5 enemy tanks left. 2 Artys, 2 tank destroyers, 1 medium. Okay, there's one of the mediums, in fact, the only medium. It's a Panzer IV Ausführung H, and he's getting rather close to us. In fact, he's getting very close to us, but not that we're going to see him because, well, from his current position, we can't shoot through the rock that he's behind. And unfortunately, he just took out our Matilda. Now, we've got no shot from this angle, but the Panzer IV Ausführung H does go down to our KV-1SM. We came out of the bushes when we did that, and we know that one of the enemy Artys is located over on the east side of the map. We're heading in that general direction at the moment because we can see the Arty fire arcing through the sky from that general direction. Now, I have the feeling that might be the SU-8. The Gorilla is probably back at his own cap area. He's relatively slow as an Arty, based on the Marder hull, or the Hetzer hull, whichever way you want to go. It's the Panzer Actant IC hull, more than anything. But the SU-8, that's a T-28 hull with a 152mm round on it, 152mm howitzer. He's a lot quicker, and I suspect that he's over near the little village in J9. In fact, we've got Arty rounds coming in on our tanks to the south of us right now. He's looking for any tracer. He's actually looking to the village to the east of us. It did appear that the enemy Arty fire was coming from that little village at J9, or that little corner at J9. And the enemy Arty might have moved back. But we're only one tank up on the enemy at the moment. And we're kind of right in the middle of the lake area. Now, this Arty does have a 390-meter view range, so of course it does, or can see over a wide area of the map. Our Panzer IV is moving in the direction of the back of the enemy map, which is where the Arty are normally located, and we can shoot in that direction. We've got enough range now we're in the middle of the map. The thing about the PP is it can't fire over the entire range of the map if it's at one side of the map, but once it's in the center, it's got enough range to shoot in every place on the map. Now he's indicating where he thinks the enemy Arty might be, and they're not there, which means that, yes, I think I'm right. One of them might be in the village at E0, and I think the other one is a lot closer to our teammates, and I think he's actually over at J9, or maybe a little further east than that. There's one of them. He's the one in the village. That's a Marder 30 active ICT. That's the tank destroyer that's used based on the same hull as the Hetzer. Rounds out. Oh, that was a kill. And a kill for Mr. B. That means there's only 3 left now. A Hellcat and the 2 Artys. But I still think that one of the Artys is in that little village and the other one's a bit further south. Yeah, we're getting more Arty landing on our teammates. Looks like the Panzer Bumpier is actually firing through the village. So I'm wondering if he's testing some of the bushes. Okay, that was the M44 on our team, just firing a quick round where he thinks the enemy might be. Now, it might be they've moved position. The KV-1SA could be the first person to actually spot some of the enemy because he's moving up on their position. And it might be that he's about to walk into a trap, a shotgun trap, and he's very low on hit points. And we're looking at the village at the moment. I think one of the Artys is in that area. He's just very well hidden at the moment. And the KV-1SA just went down to the gorilla. And I think that was an ambush. We didn't see where the enemy Arty was. And as I said, the gorilla is one of the slower Artys. And the Hellcat's just been spotted trying to go back and take out the Panzer Bumpier, and he does get him. Okay, we've got no shot on the Hellcat from here. So now it's 3 versus 3. 2 Artys on either team. Our team's got a Shriv 74 when the enemy team has got that Hellcat. And he looked fairly healthy to me, that Hellcat. The good thing is, though, that Hellcats don't have much in the way of armor. So if we do hit him with an Arty round, it's more than likely going to penetrate and cause severe damage. But as I say, I think that there is an enemy Arty to the southeast of where we are now. And there's the Hellcat coming back. And he's in the open. He's quite brazen about it. Now, we'll probably get spotted. Oh, he fired. And that was the M44 getting the kill. But did we get spotted? No, we didn't. And that's interesting, because now it's 3 versus 2. Okay, they're indicating where they think the enemy Arty might be, that he's actually on the row 0, or the column 0, but further up near their own cap. No, he is actually directly in front of us. I did think there was one near the village, and we've now spotted him. We're trying to line up the shot on the gorilla. Missed him with the first shot, but we will get him if we can get the right angle and the right line up. Oh, he does, and a beautiful shot at that. Direct hit on the gorilla. Now, will the SU-8 start firing at us? Well, he hasn't so far. So maybe the SU-8 has actually moved closer back to the enemy cap area. The M44's moved up, and he hasn't spotted the SU-8. And that's the 2-minute warning. So this one's going to go right down to the wire. The Fifi is another of the slower Artys in the game, I'm afraid. Only 28 kilometers an hour. But that's based on the fact that it is a heavy tank hull that's actually been converted into an Arty. The M44 that you're seeing ahead of us is an Arty that was based on the Walker Bulldog. So it's a lot faster. It's based on a light tank. Of course, the Fifi's it's a pre-war design, because the Sharby one that it was made from was designed during the interwar periods. Whereas the M44, well, that's a post-war design with much better engines, much faster, more power. Now, where is that SU-8? Well, we're down into the last minute now. If the SU-8's got any sense, he would have actually moved away. The M44's gone into the cap area. And he's looking around, hunting for a target. He's found him! And he was actually way down in the south. And yes, so he was in the south all along. He wasn't on the 0 row, but he actually probably was in that place where I said J9. And there's one hit, 96 hit points. This player doesn't appear to be, well, he is trying to aim at the Strip 74. Oh, beautiful kill shot there. Mr. B finishes the game and gets the win and the counter battery. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the second class tanker for Mr. B in the 105 leFH18B2. He got a counter battery fire medal. He took out both enemy SPGs in the game. He got the Gorilla, and then he got the SU-8 in the end, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12. His win rate for the game, 3,314, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, in fact, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Panzerfunk 4. Yes, it's a very overpowered medium tank, and he managed to get a high caliber for 2,140 hit points of damage. Second highest damage was the SU-8 on the enemy team, got 1,811 hit points. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the M10 RBFM on our team with 1,628. We can see Mr. B got 1,125 hit points, and he was beaten by 3 members in the enemy team and 2 on his own, which means he was in 6th place on damage. When it came to kills, though, he was actually in joint 2nd place because the Panzerfunk 4 managed 4 kills. 3 kills went to Mr. B and also to the Hellcat and the Gorilla on the enemy team. So that Gorilla player was very, very good. And when it came to base XP, he's in 3rd place because the Panzerfunk 4 managed 1,368, the only player to get over 1,000 base. 879 went to the M10 RBFM, and Mr. B managed 789 in 3rd. He fired 24 rounds in the game, so he still had plenty of ammunition. 26 rounds left and available at the end of the game. He didn't waste ammo so much, but then he wasn't firing a hell of a lot. To be honest, that was a very, very placid game, mainly because Mr. B went out in the middle of the field to hunt for the enemy, because he wasn't getting enough spots on the enemy to be effective. So he had to go looking for the enemy. And of course, if you use your gun, your howitzer, and get spotted by the enemy, you'll get taken out very quickly. So he was being very conservative, very frugal with his shells to make sure that he didn't get spotted, but he did get shots when he could get them. 5 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, and 7 splash. Let's have a look and see which ones he got penetrating shots on. Well, it was the SU-8. Yes, the one right at the end. He got a direct hit right down the center of the vehicle, went straight through him, wiped him out. And the Gorilla was the other one. Yes, that guy slowed down just enough for Mr. B to plant around in him and finish him off, because of course he didn't have much armor as well. He also got 7 splashes, damage of 1,125, of which 810 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see a few of the shots he made were actually fairly close to the enemy. He did get 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 541 hit points of damage resistance. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 14,656 credits from the game, and he also got 30 bonds for a mission achievement, and on top of that, 1,657 experience points altogether. So a very satisfying end to the game for Mr. B, because he did get that counter battery fire medal, took out both enemy Arties, and both those Arties were pretty good players. So yes, that's an achievement. So he was the better Arty player in the game. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.